As far as the literary, just begin. I know you're very excited about the
Literacy.
literacy. You're excited about the literacy aspect of your program. Explain that.
Well, that program is a program that basically, mentors the youth and helps them with their reading skills and comprehension skills. Where we actually, get into the schools and present our program. It's a program where students will be issued books and they're to read 4 books per year, 1 book a quarter, and they have to write a 1 to 2 page report and indicating the introduction, the setting, the plot, the climax, and the conclusion. And they have to read 3 hours a week, with 1 hour being out loud in the presence of the parents. The parents have to sign off on the reading, and then they email that reading of that particular book into us, and then we keep an account of it with our literacy team, which consists of 4 people now. And then at the end of the year, there's a year-end banquet to honor those students that participated in the literacy program. And if they were able to read 4 books, there's a certain award that they'll receive: 3 books, 2 books, 1 book, and so on and so forth. And the reason why we're doing it that way for the first year is that we want to really emphasize the importance of reading and comprehension. We believe that if a person really learns how to read and comprehend, that he'll do well not only in the classroom, but he'll do well on the standardized testing, which will be able to just enhance their ability to get scholarships, get into college. And so that's the main purpose that our literacy program is going to focus on, is the ability to just help students be able to read and comprehend, and let them know that football is not the only vehicle, but on the other hand, if you're able to read, you open so many doors of opportunity for yourself, and that's the thing that we're trying to really emphasize.
How about the age on this literacy program? I know you'd like to start them as early as possible, but is it ever too late?
No, it isn't. Matter of fact, we're actually talking to some seniors right now, even though ideally we would like to deal with the senior midgets in the Pop Warner from the age approximately like 12 years old, and be able to monitor them all the way through their senior year in high school. And one of the things that we'll be doing is initially we'll go in and meet with the counselor, see what the reading levels of those individuals at that time, and we'll see what their GPA is, and then we'll see 6 months later, by going through the reading program, just did their SAT scores improve, did their overall GPA improved, and that's our way to seeing is if it's measurable. And so those are things that we're trying to do right now. But we're starting as early as roughly about 12 years old, and mentoring that student all the way to 18.
I know on your website you have a testimonial from Christopher Owens of the Atlanta Falcons. People need to pay attention to his story. He's someone that you knew out of Dorsey High School through San Jose State, and he's got quite a story to tell, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. I mean, he was the youngest of his family, and he was really committed to just wanting to do the right thing, wanting to do the best thing. And Chris was a young man who when he came here, that was one of the issues that he had, was just getting the SAT scored passed. And, he just was very, very persistent. And so we were fortunate enough to, get him in school here, even though that was one of his shortcomings. And, he was very, very persistent and just wanting to do well. So he improved every year in the classroom and became a captain of our team, and then from there on, he just did some very, very good things. And
people need to know you were a longtime teacher and high school coach before you became a Division I coach and recruiter at San Jose State. So you must feel very confident knowing that you've kind of seen it from all sides, haven't you?
Yes, I guess being in high school, you really understand the importance of our kids, and just understand the process of recruiting. I think so many of our students don't understand the process. They think that, by the time they get to be 11th to 12th graders, that automatically, they have a scholarship if the grades are pretty much decent. And the thing that we're trying to really explain to kids is that how important your GPA is. Because everybody is not a Division I player, even though they'd like to be. But if your grade level is, 3.0 and above, and if you still love to play the game of football, we can always find a place for you to play. It may not be at the particular level that you want to play, but still, the most important thing is the quality of education that you'll receive. And so, we have a program also, which is called National Scholarly Report, and that's the area where we really focus on helping the kids get into college and just getting the type of exposure that they need, because that's the number one factor of kids not getting into college on any form of scholarship, is just the lack of exposure.
This message needs to be heard by the student athletes, of course, but how much are you targeting parents and counselors and coaches and teachers?
Well, our meetings are set up right now. We, myself, for an example, you put on what's called recruiting seminars. I have a recruiting seminar with Dorsey High School set up on the 24th and 25th of August. I also have one set up with Verbum Day High School on the 31st of August. And the recruiting seminar will take place. It's like the back to school meeting where all the parents are present, all the players are present, and the athletic director is present. And you basically present the program of the literacy program and the National Scholarly Program, where we talk about the emphasis of, number one and foremost, is having a great GPA. And number two, making sure that you understand the recruiting process. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that most parents and students and coaches think that the recruiting process means if they receive any form of a letter that they're being recruited. No, that just means that you're just one of many thousands that's just on a list. And so what we try to do is identify, for the students, you're not being recruited until you receive a personal handwritten letter from a coach or either a call from a coach. Then that puts you in their recruiting process. I said prior to that, you're just one of many that information is just spent out to. And so we try to expose them to that standpoint. We let the parents know how important their role is, especially from the literacy standpoint, because the child is going to have to be able to read, roughly 1.5 hours a week in their presence out loud. So it means the parents have to sit there. They have to know that the parents have to be engaged. And we believe that the more the parents are engaged, the more the students will be engaged. And so that's the thing we're really focusing on, is just, parents, you play just a bigger role as the students. And then the counselors, the roles that they play is that they will keep us informed on any changes, positive or negative, in the kids' academic status. And so we try to create a athletic profile and a academic profile on the student from the time we are engaged. That way we can track them every 6 months, and then we send a updated information out on those particular individuals to the top 50 schools of their choice. Some students are going to choose Division I schools, and they may not be Division I players, but we don't care. Yeah. Our job is just to get them identified, get them exposed. And the best way by doing that is with a great GPA.
Is there anything that we haven't hit?
No.
Is that your message?
That's my message.
Excellent. Doug, and your phone?
Marrow.
Here we go. Countdown.
3,